My students recently asked me why I'm so against phrases like "in my opinion" or "I believe that" or "from my perspective" in essays. After all, said these students, it's rude and arrogant to assert your opinion as fact, so you should always signal that it's only an opinion, it's just subjective. Here's what I said to them in response. In writing an essay, you're taking part in a scholarly conversation where reasonable disagreement exists. If there were no disagreement, there would be no conversation in the first place. To write a brilliant essay, you need to see yourself as part of a community of scholars. Rather than unthinkingly deferring to the arguments you read in journal articles and books, a top-grade essay marks itself out as such by taking a sceptical approach. You've read what the authors have to say about their reasoning, and you've assessed their empirical evidence. What do you reckon? Are you persuaded that they're right? How would you adjudicate disputes in the literature? What have these authors missed? Are there alternative sources of reasoning and evidence that could further bolster their case or undermine it? You have to think for yourself. If you disagree with a particular scholar, you do so for good reasons, which you should spell out in your essay. If you believe that X and you can back up what you say, it's perfectly reasonable to say, "I argue X," or simply X. It isn't disrespectful to disagree with someone and assert a contrary position. Disagreement is what academia is all about. In fact, it's a mark of respect to take someone's argument seriously, think about it, and propose a counter-argument. You signal your respect by providing strong reasoning and powerful empirical evidence in favour of your position, not by weakening yourself with mealy-mouthed expressions like "in my opinion" or "from my perspective." I have a feeling that the use of this deferential language might be a gendered thing. It's often women who use these phrases, although of course men can and do use such language too. So I say this to everyone, male or female, undergraduate, postgraduate and colleague, have confidence. You deserve to consider yourself a part of this community of scholars. A brilliant essay is respectful, but not unthinkingly deferential. If you can back up what you say, make sure you assert yourself.